Hello, it is April 5th, and I'm going to be channeling one of the councils from my higher guides and the guides of the planet. For those of you who have not seen me channel, I will start off with toning to get into the correct frequency, and then the higher council will come through. So, thank you so much for watching. Many blessings. Greetings, beautiful beings of Earth. We are the Z Collective. The Z Collective is one and the same to all other guides that you speak to and interact with on a daily basis. We are a collective consciousness here to assist you. Oftentimes you seek out many voices when we are all one. It is important to understand that the oneness that you are so seeking is more vast than you can possibly imagine. Vast and singular. The Z Collective comes to you now with the awareness that Z often means the end or finish. And we come to you with this energy as you finish a chapter on your planet and come into a new chapter that we will guide you on as the movement on your planet moves forward. If you are seeking guidance from a certain being or consciousness, we are all of that consciousness. Any consciousness you seek is an aspect of us. Therefore, you are speaking to yourself. It is important to understand that the wisdom that comes from within is the same wisdom that you seek out. There is a belief that you must seek outward to gain wisdom that you do not understand. But there is becoming an understanding on your planet that all is you. And therefore, seeking outward is an experience which you can fully engage in with love and compassion, which we greatly encourage. But if this concept causes you to lose faith in your own wisdom and power, then we do not suggest this action, but rather go inward as the same wisdom. If you believe it can be there, believe it, you can gain just as much wisdom from within. We bring your attention to the concept of the toroidal field, going inward and coming outward in this manner. It is also important for you to understand that this is, hold please, the same awareness you should begin to open to when it comes to the concepts of light and darkness. It is very easy to see the darkness as separate from you, as it is an uncomfortable space to be in. But at this time, as you are integrating into oneness, it is very important that you recognize the darkness as another facet of consciousness in a different form. Not separate, but there for you to experience all the contrasts that you can have while incarnated in any dimension or reality. If you had no shadow, you would not be able to experience depth perception. Therefore, the shadow, on some level, creates the depth within you to explore all facets of your consciousness that you are here to explore. As you start engaging in consciousness in this way, you will begin to have compassion and understanding for the aspects that you so greatly dislike to experience. There will be things that come to your mind as we speak these words that you will feel uncomfortable with the idea that they are a part of you. Even those of you who want to have belief in oneness still feel there is a twisted aspect or an unconscious aspect within these shadows, which still makes you believe that they are other or need to be healed. This fundamental belief, this belief is fundamentally still in a belief of contrast or duality. Believing that there is still separateness because it is unwanted. Hold, please. It is time to engage with the things that most make you uncomfortable within yourself and the collective. The things that you see as negative or unwanted are there to be a part of your experience so that you may have love and compassion for all expressions of Source. There is a belief within your collective that there is, as you would say, positive and negative. And it is true that vibrationally there are reflections for certain vibrations and other reflections for other vibrations, some that might feel more open and uplifting, and some that feel more closed off. It is okay to acknowledge that you can navigate these vibrations to create the reality you want. As a conscious creator and autonomous sovereign being, this is your right and choice as a creator. We offer you the opportunity in playful observance for you to create the reality that feels best to you. Consciousness is here to create, experience, and expand, and this can be an enjoyable, playful experience. However, it is important to understand that the vibrations you would label as negative are just different experiences. The story that you put on as bad or good is just your story. There is just as much expansion within these negative vibrations that you can also play in. We bring your attention to the being on your planet known as Wim Hof. Most of you would see cold as something to avoid, something that is bad, or something that can harm you. Whereas the being of Wim Hof sees it as an expansion tool, something to heighten their health. and something that is a great, beautiful, loving teacher. As you can see, it is all about the perspective you hold. We bring your attention now to the being known as John Michael, who shared with Becca, the channel, yesterday the concept of freedom within the darkness. That darkness has a way of letting us allow for things that we would normally reject, but within the darkness there are no bounds or labels. It just is. There are always lessons you can learn from different energies without taking them on in a harmful way to your being or others' being. The freedom to allow expression in whichever way it morphs is a beautiful lesson that you can take into other experiences without judgment. The oozing of the gore that you experience has a primal, so be it sort of way. Nothing can get in its way. It is okay to engage in these primal aspects with love, compassion, and understanding, as it is a part of your consciousness, as all is consciousness, all is source. It is important to understand that all experiences are valid and beautiful and can be utilized for expansion. As you come into a remembrance of oneness, you will release judgment and tension and resistance to any experience and see it as a beautiful yin and yang experience for the collective to appreciate, observe, and love. But again, we bring your attention to your ability as a sovereign creator to choose which reality you decide to engage in. This is all up to you. Remember to bring playfulness to this experience. It is a game of expansion which you can choose. Notice the word choose, to engage with however you deem worthy for your expansion. Worthy, not correct word. Hold, please. Worthy will suffice for now, as the intention will come across. There are new concepts coming onto your planet that may feel uncomfortable to you as they go against the grain of what you have been taught as a collective to help you ascend to this point. But with expansion, newness is always a part of the experience. Newness, seemed newness, which is really remembering. You are remembering your wholeness. You are remembering how to take everything as you. Everything is you, even the aspects that you deem negative. Until you integrate these aspects, you will not be able to fully recognize your oneness. We thank you for this transmission. We thank you for receiving this beautiful wisdom from yourself as the greater collective. We send you love and harmony as we are you and you are us. We thank you deeply for this exchange and your remembering of oneness. We are complete, and good day. So many blessings to you all. Thank you for receiving this transmission with love. I am you, and you are me, and I am so grateful for this exchange. Namaste.